All right, sis. Good evening.
Good evening, all. Good evening, all. We'd like to welcome y'all to another segment of Sisters in the Sandbox. And as I always do, I'm putting a disclaimer out there. These are just our views and our perspectives on the matter from our life experiences. All feedback is welcome, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. We respect everybody's opinion, so we welcome it. So on tonight, we're talking about this seven deadly sins, and we're going to elaborate a little bit and come from different perspectives, even as far as where it have derived from and all. But more or less, we want to throw out there that we are linked or we are running on our YouTube location. You can click on Sisters in the Sandbox, which is SITS in acronyms, as we sit in the sandbox, but we're not in the sandbox, but we sit together. Duty. Hey, nephew. And more or less, please, once you get to that site, please hit subscribe, hit the notification button, bell, and then that way you'll be notified each time we actually air a segment or one has been posted that is recent. So again, get ready to get started with the seven deadly sins. As we all know, we all experienced it from one time or another, but we're going to elaborate a little bit in depth on tonight. All feedback, again, is welcome. So let's get scooping it up and let's get rolling. Baby sis, take it away.
Okay, so of course, this is my segment, and I wanted to do the seven deadly sins, quite frankly, because we've all experienced each emotion, and they are pride, greed, envy, slothfulness,
gluttony, and wrath.
And yes, and wrath. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Even though I have the paper, I still didn't even know.
We're just going to try to keep it on track.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Okay, so my sister is going to explain exactly where these seven deadly sins derive from, because I think many people have a misconception that it's in the Bible. So hopefully we'll be able to straighten that out tonight.
Yes. As we know, the seven deadly sins is basically psychological flaws and behaviors or characteristics of Christians. And according to Christians' tradition, as she already stated, the seven deadly sins are envy, gluttony, greed, or lust, pride, sloth, and wrath. And basically, the original started near the 4th century, but 2 centuries later, which was the 6th century, Pope Gregory introduced the seven deadly sins, which we know of today. And I think a lot of people get it conflicted with the different ones that is in relation to it in the Bible, because there's a lot of speak of some of these, which is the haughty of the eye, the lying of the tongue, sowing discord among friends that you're supposed to call friends, different things of that nature. And you basically can find those in Proverbs 6 and 6 and 16, I believe it is, which is 16 through 19, I believe. So it's Proverbs 6.
Actually said what the topic was.
But it's 16 through 19, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. That actually correlates with what we're talking about on tonight.
Hey.
So again, welcome all. And so I basically wanted to put that out there because I believe a lot of us do kind of think that the 70 deadly sins is in the Bible, but like I said, the Bible speaks of it, but it's not quite in the Bible, and it derived from the Roman Catholic. It was around the 4th century, but in the 6th century, Pope Gregory from the Roman Catholic Church, he introduced it. So, did you want me to break down which each one was?
Yes, you can.
Okay, we're going to break down pretty much lust. That is a strong passion or longing, especially for sexual desires. And we know we've been there. Gluttony.
Now, wait a minute. Is when you say lust, is that also with the act of acting on that lust as well?
It's more or less, it says having a passion or longing to act on sexual desires.
Okay.
So
That's basically
putting it,
giving you a visual of, if you say, like, sorry sis, say it as if you walking by, maybe like in New York, anywhere, just on the street,
the lust of the eye,
and you see like something that is, or you see someone that is, very, very attractive. You can say, oh, well, that person is, nice looking, or doesn't mean that you lust after them. But if you are in your mind, like, okay, well, in your mind, thinking of what you could do with this person, that exactly is what lust is. Okay. So you can look at someone and say, oh, well, they are a beautiful person.
Yes, because I look at male and females and say, oh, she's nice, or he looks nice. It's nothing wrong with that. It's talking about longing and wanting, sexual desires and all. I need to take them home type of stuff, that type of stuff. Because we're going to break it down in general. Gluttony is an excessive ongoing eating of food or drink, pretty much meaning overindulging in things that that it's not really good, because you too much of a good thing. Yeah, that's actually fall in that.
Yeah,
actually, that can be considered an addiction. Fall in that group.
Yeah,
it actually can.
Because if it's an excessive of,
yes, because it's excessive. Exactly. Like you do anything in too much excess of it, then food, drink, or whatever the case may be, or whatever the vice is. Because that's the other thing. It's called also capital. I can't even talk tonight. Capital vices and cardinal sin is what it's also referred to as when it comes to the deadly sins. Okay. The other is greed, which is an excessive pursuit of material goods, meaning we are in pursuit and want more than what we already have. Like, people can want more materialistic and gain more material, thinking that the material sets their status.
Money.
Yes, it could be monetary status. Sure, it's just it. Yeah, it's actually going in pursuit of those things. My sister's doing much. Sloth is pretty much, as y'all already know what it is. If a sloth, you can already come to mind, is talking about a snail. It means laziness, moving slow, procrastination in a sense, or failure to act, or not even. And sometimes we don't realize that also could be depression. If you look at it, you can operate in fear when you move slow on something, or fear to act, because you might feel that you're not competent enough to actually do whatever the job may be, or take that, leap of faith and do what is needed. But we'll elaborate on it more later. The other is wrath. The general breakdown for that is strong anger and hate towards another person. And that's why you hear me say, I don't got time to be hating on nobody. I love everybody. Might not trust man, because it says put your trust in no man. But it said nothing about love. That means we still have to love. And the Bible does speak about loving even our enemies. Sometimes you gotta love. Some people can't receive love, and then even when it comes to your enemies, it's like, hold on to that hate. I don't know. I'm not a person who can hold on to hate. It's just not in me. I'm sorry. I might be mad for a minute, but I'm not one to hold on to hate. But we'll elaborate on that because we're all going to tell our little different experiences with each of these.
Exactly.
The other one is envy. I skipped wrath. No, I didn't. I said that. Envy, more or less
jealousy.
Yes, dealing with jealousy, coveting after thy neighbor, or coveting what someone else have and try to live by someone else's means. We see ET. I'm gonna get to you. And then last but not least, pride, which is an excessive view of oneself without regards for others, which basically means vain. You being vain. Vainglory, boasting yourself up more, thinking yourself more highly than one ought, and that's in the Bible. We shouldn't do that. One should never think more highly than what they are, because the same people that you might climb up on a ladder, you'll meet them going back down. So we always try to remain focused on these things. So basically, these are psychological characteristics of the deadly sins as far as our behavior. These sins are not in the Bible, but I told you Proverbs 6, and I believe it's 16 through 19, if I'm not mistaken. where it lists actually what's in correlation to the 7 deadly sins. And we already know that there's no big sin, there's no little sin. And the only sin, but the sin is punishable according to the consequences of that sin. Now that might hold a high regard, but there is no big sin or little sin, and only major sin is the blasphemy of God. So we wanted to put that all out there. Hopefully you got all of that. But Terrell says what?
Hey, ladies, glad to
Hey,
be watching. Glad to be watching my favorite show. Thank you. We love you too. I think the best we can do is to thrive, to do better, because the fact that we lust or commit any sin is exactly what makes us human, because we are born in it.
Yes, because we're actually born into sin.
Exactly.
And this is what I was also speaking about when I say when it comes to duality and everything.
She said, what is Annie doing with this paper?
I'm flipping through my stuff. Girl, I got
Hey.
my information on hand, my notes written down and stuff. Honey.
Hey.
I gotta keep up with my notes.
Good evening.
But when I say about there's a duality and everything, there's the good and there's the bad. So in order to counteract those actual 7 deadly sins, you have the other godly characteristics, which is love, joy, peace,
Meekness,
patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and most of all,
But
which is hard to
some of
do,
the fruits
self-control, because you got to be disciplined on some of this stuff.
But there are some of
It's
the
hard
fruits
to
of the
do.
spirit.
These are
though.
said and done. Is what?
I said there are some of the fruits of the spirits.
Yeah, that's what I said. That is from the Bible. I did quote
She
that
said
from the
to
Bible. That's why I said to
combat
counteract. These are
the
the godly characteristics to counteract the deadly sins.
Oh.
It's all right. She's following me.
I'm going to be all right.
It's
She's not feeling well,
right.
but you know what? I thank her for soldiering on today.
Yes, y'all have this.
It's a blessing and process.
Yes, because she's getting up in age and she had a little fall. So prayers keep her body. She's already healed. Claim her healing.
The only
we
name
also
I
gotta
could
use
call
wisdom.
was the only name I could call was Jesus. Nobody.
Yes, because if you was by yourself and nobody was catching you, that's all you can call.
So yeah,
Get the strength to get up.
I'm
Oh
fine.
my gosh.
Lord Jesus, but go ahead, sister,
Okay.
as far as what you wanted to elaborate.
Yeah, sure, got your papers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like notes. We're note taking people.
Yeah, I'm
I
definitely
gotta
a
have
note-taking
something.
person. But actually, I wanted to give an example as far as that I experienced each one of these deadly sins. Being prideful.
Hey guys.
I don't know. I guess I hadn't even really did that one.
I don't know about all that. What you mean?
Being prideful.
Hmm.
Okay, will you give an example? Because obviously, it's
Because we
such a
have
bad
times
thing to
that
be done.
we can be vain. I mean, it does.
Oh, okay.
Being boastful, like, I know I look. She actually trying to sit here and act like she never did. I'm like, we all looking at her like, what?
Okay, yeah, I had to think about it.
Both. Did you not hear me say the word keyword both?
I'm being humble in this moment, so I guess.
But I mean, we all do it though. It's like, well,
Don't
we
do
know,
that.
you know,
Yes.
we look good or whatever.
Yes,
but
'cause I look
you
in
gotta
the
be
mirror.
careful.
I look in the mirror and be like, "Oh yeah, girl, you got it today."
But that's good to do that.
But
You
that's
got it today.
self-confidence, and it's not being arrogant. But then you gotta make sure you don't cross that line. It's a fine line.
Well,
with
y'all
that.
trying to say that it's vain.
That is vain.
If you don't know
Especially
the
you
love
be the girl by.
She said, "Don't do that, sis."
Girl by.
What? Because I'm saying, you know what I mean. You got to. If nobody's going to say it to you, you got to say
You
it
gotta
to
be your own
yourself.
cheerleader.
And
but
encourage
Lord
yourself
Jesus.
sometimes.
But
and
your
be
pride
confident.
is
Pride. Let's say pride.
My pride.
yeah.
My pride?
Yeah.
Is what?
Yes.
You want me to go back to the saying you said? If somebody's saying it, the office.
Well, y'all just 2 people out of thousands and hundreds of millions. People,
No,
so.
the ones that really
really know
know
her?
Avis.
Yes. Moving
They're
forward.
trying to put me on the spot. I
Mom,
do
you
not.
better speak up. It's just like
So
her
what were
pride.
losing her?
Her pride. She don't want to cave in, and I understand
That's more
that.
stubbornness.
That's not pride.
But you feel like it's prideful.
I know it, bro. It's vain. Oh, trust me, I know what it is.
Okay, well, we're going to just leave it.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with telling yourself
There's
to look
nothing
good,
people
and
do.
I do that.
Pride But pride could be done. Okay.
No, because you know how we say like Annie don't want to ask for help, and we usually say, "Well, take your pride out of it," and that's not the same thing.
Oh, she is like that too.
But
she,
that's not pride, though. That's not pride for me. Not asking for help, not wanting to ask for help.
Yeah, Annie is more or less a
Did
introvert.
somebody say something? Somebody said perfect imperfection.
I don't know where that is, but that's her name. Sandbox. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I guess that's their name. But yes, that to me is not. It's not that I have pride. It's just that I'm more or less tuned in.
Fear of rejection.
Because
you don't want nobody to tell you no.
Yeah, that could be possibly it. And then not only that, I don't want to be able to. Oh,
it's Trey.
Trey or Troy.
It's
hey Trey. Trey.
Okay.
You was confusing me there for a minute.
Hey.
But yeah, and it's not.
See, I caught it. I was like,
she was determined to get it. But nonetheless, yes, it's not so much that. Okay, it might have a little bit to do with rejection.
Tanisha said, yes, Annie, that's pride.
How's that pride, sis? No, because I was asked, but it's a last resort before I go to anybody.
She don't like.
I don't. I can't. I'm sorry. I.
She don't like. I'm gonna tell you.
In a sense.
Can I just say this?
But I don't think that's pride. Like that's not being.
My
mean,
pride
though.
goes out the
not
window.
Boastful.
If I ain't got,
you don't have a problem asking, period.
No. If I don't have no food,
she would not ask.
If I need,
she don't mind asking for nothing.
She nothing.
I'm telling all y'all out
everything.
Nothing. I'm gonna tell you this: when you have kids, pride goes out the window. I'm serious. Like you do
y'all
everything.
Come for me again tonight.
No.
Reason it's pride too.
How you pay?
I'm sorry.
Who?
What did your daughter call you?
What she call you?
Alexis.
She called her
a panhandler.
I remember that. I don't think it's pride, guys, because I will ask.
It hurts to laugh, y'all.
You have to bear with her because everybody's saying they think y'all great come for me again tonight.
No, she just came for me. She said, Tanisha said, it's pride, says I struggle with this as well.
Oh, but see, they saying more or less pride
because you don't want to burn nobody.
Like you pride, you take your accomplishments, and then it's like
you being boastful.
Yeah,
like
boastful.
We're not. I don't think that's pride. Like it's a good pride. It's good. There's a good pride and a bad type of pride. The pride is being boastful and thinking you better than everybody and don't need
that's what
nobody.
They call me.
That's what pride is.
A panhandler. I'm weak. Yeah,
yeah, we call her. Yeah. She don't mind asking.
My sister, my daughter.
She believes in the scripture. Ask and it shall be given. Knock, and she want that door to open.
Well, I learned it from the best mom, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't ask, well, man, God says ask and you shall receive.
But I think that is a hard thing for me to do. But I don't think
that's the word. Isn't that word?
What's that?
Ask and you shall receive.
Oh, it's in the Bible.
But
that's word.
I said the scripture all day.
Word. So I don't have no pride. If I need help, I need food, I need gas. Yeah. What you got?
You need tea from McDonald's?
Exactly, because she'll do that every time we leave here.
I need something sweet.
Sis, can you just give me a tea?
Can I ask a question? You
got
$1.
I have no shame in my game. Nope. No, I am not proud. I don't have the pride. That I don't.
I don't like that. It's just like when you being boastful, when you walking out here, like I said, you know, and then when it comes to certain things, there's a good pride and a bad pride. And the bad one we're talking about, the characteristic flaw. When it comes to
that, that's your word.
Is that
you're right. They do. They really do call me. My daughter started it, and that's why we had the accident.
Yes,
because of my daughter. And Ava's
I
literally
could not get myself together.
And this one just blinked out from laughing.
I did.
And that's how it happened.
And that's how it happened because of my daughter. And
Ava's her panhandler.
So it just stuck with me.
I think it took them by surprise
with the family. So now, if I ask something, they'll go, "What you doing, being a panhandler?" Oh, I'm not ashamed of it. Hey, Ask and you shall receive. Hey.
Okay.
Mm.
You
All right,
take
y'all
it too
next.
far. You take it too far, though.
I do not.
Either way, greed.
I ain't greedy.
Doing things in excess. Like, I don't think we
I'm
really
not
do
greedy.
too much, like, overindulge in doing.
No.
With money and stuff.
No.
Yeah, we're not. I don't know, but I think most.
If you have
when it comes to
something,
us,
if you have
We give to the
enough,
family.
yeah, we give a lot. So we're
Yeah,
more
so I can't
givers.
say
When I have it,
We're
I
more
give it.
givers than takers per se.
When
it
I
comes to
have it.
us. And I think that's one of my things. I had to learn to
When I
stop
have
giving
it.
so much of myself. That's even emotionally when you give.
Oh, now Alexis
And
is
stuff.
up here. Why just
Even when you give of yourself emotionally, you have to be careful with that because you can overly give and pour from an empty cup. You give
it gets draining.
service
It
to
becomes draining.
even in ministry, even in just being a friend. You can't. It's got to be reciprocation. Like, be careful that you don't pour too much of yourself and there's nothing in return to help get you and your cup, refilled and refreshed and renewed, restored.
Exactly.
I've always
been prideful, but life has
a way of taking some
air out of your balloon.
What's
right?
that thing?
Mhm.
Life will make you humble. What's that saying to be on? What's the name? If you don't humble yourself, life will do it for you.
Right.
So that's the thing. It's
that's what she said. Reed said that's my problem.
Yes. Yes. And then the thing is, we will learn the lessons until God feel that we actually
But sometimes we don't learn. We don't learn it the first go around.
Sometimes we don't.
Learn
Sometimes we have to learn it to do different people,
Second,
different
third
other
time
scenarios.
around.
Yes. And so it's just like a refresher. That's why I say we always got to find something that puts us before God and we, stay before His face.
Yeah.
But we don't do too much with the greed because money don't move us like that. I mean, we like having it. Don't get it wrong. Everybody likes money, and they say that the love of money
Or
is
the love of
evil.
money is the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
But money don't move us.
That's exactly it's in the Bible.
Exactly. Money don't. Money don't move me like
You'll
that.
either serve mammon or God.
Yes, and so that doesn't move me. I'm not so much because sometimes some people can look at their material things that they have and they equate their
success
according to their material gain.
Mm-hmm.
And that should not be what success is. Success is not about your material gain or what you have. Success is like the love that you have for your family, helping someone along the way. Everybody has their different perception of success, and everybody wants to grind for the bag and make more money. But if you're doing something to help the community and stuff, then I feel that it is great. But if you're just steady, like I said, being a taker and not a giver, you don't balance that stuff out. I mean, it sets you up for failure.
I do have a question out there because I sometimes have a issue because my mom is definitely a giver. She gives.
She'll give it
Her
right
problem
off her back,
is
off her head.
Yes, her problem is she don't like receiving. But I'm also one for like this. I have a problem because I might not give monetarily as like my mom would give, but like if I know I can give my
but
all,
you give up your time. That's
what I'm saying. If you give your all,
time.
it's not just usher. If you give your all, and then people and they take from you, how are you supposed to feel? Like what
feel empty.
Like, do you get mad, resentful? Because
I
find myself falling of resentment, and this can be for family as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
relationships.
Yes, and it hurts.
It does
because
you enjoy it so much, and then you'll feel like it's being taken advantage of.
Exactly.
So then it's like, why am I doing this? If the
because I feel like
me being drained or hurt or
because I feel like do unto others like you want them to do unto you.
Exactly.
Yes, but that's the thing.
Some people don't have that same motto though.
Yes, and that's what I tell you about the expectations.
So
too.
they don't know that
what you might consider what you should do. Another
very
person
different
very
from someone
well
else's.
might not believe that. So that's why I said never set yourself up for disappointment.
See, my mom
and make sure
brought
you're doing
us
it
up
genuinely.
that way. Our mom brought us that way. That it is, especially mine. And we give. But then when we want or we looking for
something in return,
sometimes, and it's not actually motive that we're
not doing
it out of motive
or looking for a reward.
Yeah. I'm just saying we're not. Yeah, but I'm just like it bothers me. It really do bother me. It bothers me a lot because I don't want to be taken advantage of. I don't want to feel used.
But it's who you are.
What
It's
Mama
what makes
said.
you.
Mom said something.
And to
Wait a minute.
You don't want to do good. Oh, don't let your good be evil spoken of.
Yeah, she'll say that in a heartbeat. Which yeah. So,
but
yes.
I mean that.
Okay, so thing. Moving on to Wrath.
Oh, wait a minute. Niche says, your reward is coming, sis. Don't ever stop being you.
Exactly.
You have been there for my mom and my absence several times, and you're great. That meant a lot. That meant a lot.
And sometimes that's what's needed.
That meant a lot. That really does mean a lot. Yes. That meant a lot.
Let people know like words of affirmation, and
because it makes you feel like you're doing your job.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
One person.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I have to say. It's not.
Yeah, and that's
even with this podcast.
That is with the Blake family mantra. Yeah. Like, so I'll somebody that I'll live in
way, then I'll live in won't be in vain. And we actually sing that song as sisters and with our mom. Because
thank you.
That's the thing.
Sis,
Even with this podcast, that is the whole objective.
Thank you.
If we could just reach one and we have people that we could just be a blessing to, is all that matters. And just being consistent and just giving out feedback and our life experience. And like I said, all feedback is welcome. Everybody has different walks of life and experience different things. We're just trying to help and give voices to the things that we experience, hoping to help someone else out. And maybe the ones that chime in can help somebody else out that is going through.
Right.
Especially in times like this with the pandemic and all.
So what is y'all?
So we want to move to Wrath, which is basically anger. Holding a lot of hostility towards a person.
I'll let you elaborate on that because you do that break fine sometimes.
I got that too. I had that too.
Yeah. I don't have that too.
That's anger management.
She said it didn't work.
It didn't.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, out of the three of us, like they said, they might think I'm passive, but no, they can get anger quickly. So I'm
not gonna lie.
Now she gets more. Everybody don't realize that this one gets angry quicker than this one. But when this one goes in, it's not too much talking. It's the laying of the hands. So,
I agree. I concur.
But they anger very quick. It takes a minute to calm them. Like I'll think before, even with me being angry, I'll walk away, turn my back, and leave and process and come back. But these two, I'm telling y'all, please don't do it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please.
Let me say this.
And there's nothing wrong.
If I'm to that point, someone has really did something.
Denisha said, I exit left or Wrath.
She said, I exit left or Wrath. Yes, because y'all know she can do it. She goes in.
No, she's talking about herself.
Sister, you talking about yourself.
But I mean, honestly, I'm saying if someone gets you to that point where you're angry, that you're just that upset that you want to like physically do them harm.
You can't talk.
I can't because I'm trying to.
It's hard for you, is it?
It is. It is because it takes. I'm not gonna say it takes me long to get there. However, it depends on your discretion and what you did towards me or towards my family.
Yeah,
she said yes. I'm talking about me.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What did Drake can say?
I have learned
angry and not sin.
Yes.
Yes.
Some of them.
Ours is different though, Trey.
Yes. It's not a good thing. I haven't hit anybody in many years.
I'm gonna tell you, I tend to go
left,
real left. I tend to go. I tend to say stuff that I wish I shouldn't have said.
Exactly. She hits below the belt.
I do, and
I'll be like, from my mom. She gets that from mommy. She gets that from my mother.
Gut punch, Zell gut punches.
She gets that from my mother.
And I have to be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. But at the time, I don't care because you really.
So when you even talk about the anger and the steps that they had took you through and anger management, you said it didn't work. So did you even try to use the tools?
Avis
always want to be the protector of the family. We all know that. She's territorial.
But
very protective, but very territorial.
Me,
well, I mean, having to take the classes
is a build up. Like I already told you, the 1 to 10 didn't work.
But what kind of tools did they equip you with that you thought that did good? What happened that you did that was good? What did you take away from the classes that was helpful?
Meeting new people.
Wait a minute. You just heard the question I just asked you?
Yeah.
I said, she said new people. That's what she took away. So the rest of it went in one ear and out the other, obviously.
So the only thing you took from them classes was
because I'm not by myself.
What you mean you're not by yourself?
I'm not quick to get angry. So I'm not by myself.
But I mean, what did you learn that was good from it? You said it 1 to 10. That's just one of the things. I'm sure they went over different stuff and tools to use when you get angry.
That's
no. They had to. If you went to anger management,
it would have been something.
I'm not gonna lie. It was a bunch of paper, and nobody want to see the paper. But I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen something that I think
the problem. You needed the paper. You needed to read what was on the paper. That was probably your assignment that you didn't want to do. See, what being a particular there's a lot of predicaments that you be in.
I've seen something.
Let me shut up,
please, because I'm not by myself. You get quick. I've seen something that I want to do that I think it would be very, very therapeutic. I've seen it on some shows where you start busting things.
Well, I told you that, where you just hit the big with the bad glasses and bags to get the anger out because you're channeling.
I want to do that
in a more productive way
instead of
you probably need to bang some things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What did Tanisha say? Because my phone is not acting right.
Oh, they do the thing with the axe too.
Hey,
they do the axe.
Hey, love.
They do that too. As well.
But they even got some of those things around here.
Thank you, Tanisha. She says she learned she ain't the only one angry. No, I'm not the only one angry. That's what I learned. They don't believe me. I took the anger management. I had to go to court. And I wasn't the only one to go to court.
But a lot of there was something you had to took from there that was helpful besides meeting the people.
That's it. I took friendship.
Yeah, she told you. It was a whole bunch of paper.
I'm done.
A whole bunch of paper with words on it.
I'm done with it. I'm not
words that probably could help her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, methodology. Did you even try to apply?
No, because to me, I thought.
Well, you were never resistance, hon.
I didn't. I did it because of court, and I didn't want to get locked up.
So it wasn't on your own guard, though. So,
but even with going in, you still could take that time.
Now, when I went to therapy, I did the therapy on my own because I didn't want to go to jail either. Like, I'm telling you, it might be wrath. Like when you
it is.
When you get to the point of no return for me, and then you see red, and then you go for the gusto, it's like it's no coming back.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
that means
for the gusto.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But that means you have no control of that anger because once you explode, it's no coming back. I think she blacks out or blinks out or something.
Uncontrolled feeling.
Yeah, like you
hatred,
don't know how
anger. Yeah. It consumes the person.
Yeah, I'm like Hulk.
To intentionally hurt others, you either ridicule, bully, or
I'm really like
Hulk. To murder someone,
and I don't like that, and that's why
I always said that I felt she was more dangerous than this one because, okay, if she gets into when it was a time where they were in that combative stage, always wanting to fight, baby sis would fight, but this one would fight, but she drawing blood. Like I don't think she sees an end. Where this one might, see an end, but this one Zell don't see an end to what she's doing.
Tanisha said she was angry before she went. And angry when she left. She didn't want to be locked.
Can we say first 48 hours? She will be. No, I'm gonna tell you a promise.
But that is so true, though.
Snap. She will be on episode. Zaya will be on episode Snap.
No, I don't think she will.
Yeah, no, I can see her snapping.
Snap, they have like usually a motive.
No, I don't have
ain't
no
no
motive.
motive. But I mean, she was
money or what's it called?
Love,
or something.
Yeah.
Trey said, but where do anger come?
I always say it's from.
It is.
It is. It's a deeper root.
That's why I had to go to therapy.
Tell her that. I always feel like, where is it channeling from? Like, why are you so angry?
Again, it goes back to, for what I just said earlier about people take your kindness
for weakness.
Or
feeling like they took her voice. Because
they took me, and I'm not lying. I'm like,
and it's something she suffered in childhood, I think, too. Not being able to have a voice in the sense.
Yeah. And my dad was one, he didn't really like us fighting. He really didn't. I mean, we try not to fight. We really didn't. But when you got us there, you got me there. And there's no coming back from it. It really wasn't. So I think I've calmed down some.
Mm-hmm.
I really have.
You're too old for that.
Yeah, I'm getting up there. So I've calmed down, and I learned. That's why I said when I had to put my own self in therapy, and my husband was like, "Well, I told you to go." No, baby, you didn't tell me to go because I was gonna get locked up, and I didn't want to.
Oh,
because I'm gonna tell you how it feels. You have all this adrenaline. And then all of the anger, even when I got mad with Mom one time, it's just something comes over you, and it's just like got off the bus. Yeah, it was just like a trigger.
Was it the tone?
Yeah, her tone and me wasn't working.
I think because she's sensitive.
I am.
She's
my
she's
mom
more tapped into your tone.
My mom is like she's one of. She don't like to see, especially me, cry. And it does something to her. It annoys her. It messes with her.
It irritates her to do it.
So my mom really kind of been working with my mom, and she'll tell you, she showed me how to be really
What's wrong with you?
She showed me how to be tough. So it's like,
God.
ugh. So Mom will be up here. She'll say it. Mom, tell our truth. Can you tell our truth? Please tell our truth. So because and the bad part about it, can I tell you the bad part?
Why do you cry like you do though?
Because sometimes
you cry, but you're crying because you're mad, and then you go
and then I act out because before I know it, before I know it, I'm like walking halfway home. I'm like, and then after I walked almost home, my feet is sore. I'm hurting.
He said, "What are things we can do to release anger?" The certain things.
That's what I
said. It's a lot of things
you can
exercise.
Yes.
Soon something comes on, soon you feel that.
She said,
"My thing
is going to be a
I'm gonna tell you, this is my thing. When somebody gets me to that point, because I feel like I'm more apt at controlling my anger because I can ignore you with quickness. Like I don't understand why I can do it. It's like I can turn that compassion at that point is not there for me. Like I can ignore you, but it's like if somebody gets under my skin, I'll start singing. That's one of my ways I channel it into a positive way. Like if somebody says something sideways, I'll start humming or I'll get louder or stuff like that. That's my way of dealing with it. I'll walk away, hum, sing. I do something and it actually channels me and gets me redirected. And it kind of, that's how I deal with it.
The anger, the wrath comes
you can
really
jog,
from
you can journal.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. When that
do anything that can actually redirect or refocus.
But then, can I just say
that moment of anger, you can pay for it.
Especially in the object or something like that.
Yes. That's why I said I want to bang stuff. I would be like ready to bang stuff, because I don't never want to disrespect my mom, never. But it's like it's times when Mom is sometimes like, Mom, it's like boundaries. And I had to really tell her like, hey, like now my girls tell me the same thing. And it's
the same thing.
Same thing. And it's a hard pill to swallow. it's a real hard pill to swallow because I'm going through the same thing with my mom, and then flip side, I'm getting it from my daughters, and then I'll be like, oh, this is how I act with my mom, and then the turn around, my daughter trying to be me, how I am with my mom, and I'm like, no.
Tanisha said, how can you be a sensitive Hulk?
I'm not sensitive. Well, I am.
She is overly sensitive, what causes her to go into a Hulk when she feel like she's not being heard. So she reacts. It's like Jekyll and Hyde, where Quickness like, what'd you say?
Or not listening to Big Sis.
Yes, she loves trying to put that. Like, we don't listen to her, but we value her. We hear her.
You see that?
But moving to the next one.
You can say something. You can say something nice.
And all she heard was negative parts.
No, I didn't. I heard her.
Did you see your face?
Yeah, I seen
so
her face.
When you look back at it. Okay. Okay.
Mommy ain't say nothing yet. Mom, you ain't saying nothing.
I don't got no words. Okay.
This is the truth.
Envy. That means that you're being a hater.
But can I say
jealousy? Yes, jealousy of
but
others.
That's one of the commandments.
Covetousness, basically. Covetousness.
That is one of the commandments.
Do not covet thy neighbor. That means that you're being envy and jealous of what your person, the next person had. I mean, some people can do the very same thing that the person did. They don't know what the person struggled to get where they at. Some people can do things the illegal way and benefit and whatever, but I mean,
but I feel like the ones who obtain it in a negative way or be the quick way.
Okay,
versus if you do it the right way, you'll sustain it.
Exactly.
So if it's done the right way, you'll sustain it. If not, present? She on the phone. Oh, she on the phone. Oh. I was trying to read the whole content.
See, that's why I don't like shorthand.
But I'm used to it because I got children.
I was like, what is that? Oh, so she on the phone.
I don't.
What I mean, I'm not one. And the only thing about the jealousy is like never compare yourself because we as women
Niche.
Like that might fall into a category like be careful not to compare yourself because everyone has flaws.
Can I just say this for the ladies
that's
out
how I got
here?
to the point where I don't compare it or
can I say this?
What one has or anything of that nature.
You guys, sis.
Okay, so this is what I really want to say about covetousness or envious. I'm not going to say that I don't like. You can go on Facebook and you see people like take pictures of materialistic things.
Go ahead.
Like cars, that's definitely a blessing, especially if you've been walking or you bum rides. you thankful for that.
Yeah, you're grateful.
But I will say that a lot of times it's people they will take pictures. Yeah, sometimes boasting. I feel that some people can boast on what they have and they want to show what they have. I mean, you're free to do what you want because it's your page, it's your FB page, and you can do that. And I just keep scrolling up because
that's all you got to do is either scroll or follow and unfriend them.
Keep scrolling up. I see, I see what you have, but it doesn't make me a hater. It's just that at the same time, sometimes when you be boastful like that, other people don't have, and then also it can trigger someone to come to your house and take what you
got. Yeah,
just be mindful of that.
But that's true to an extent. There's not much to say. Elaborate.
Well, can I just say this?
That's just my point of view of that.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be real and honest with y'all. Covenant. Sometimes we do like throw shade or whatever.
You mean throw shade?
Like you're not shade, but like oh, that look nice, whatever. Sometimes you be like, I wish I had it, but I'm out of that kind of frame of mind. You know where I'm at right now in life.
No, where are you?
I'm gonna tell you when I see things on
happy and content.
When I see things on women that look really, really nice, I tell them.
Yes, definitely.
I tell them.
We all do that.
Definitely.
I'm serious.
Definitely.
Like a woman that's rocking a nice hat or outfit, the hair, like even for my sister, like how and that makes you a humble person.
Yeah,
because
they look beautiful.
Yeah, you don't have to like
at all.
Like I'm not gonna raise my face at them.
But some people just don't know how to do that. They would rather hate.
Jealousy can be dangerous
and it's only exposes the insecurities within that person. jealousy is powerful. Your own family can.
Yes. Let me that time. Remember that time?
Talent and your gifts and different things of what you
Remember
do.
Time I did that to you, and I had to come and apologize when you first, when y'all bought that house you were born. And I
God, that was so long ago.
It was long ago, but I think after that day when I talked to my sister, because she had already moved in our house, and I think it was like
it was my first, it was like we were first time homeowners.
Yes, and I was like, I don't know what actually came over me, but it was like, I'm not helping her. I'm going over there for what? Like. I was upset. I was hating.
I don't know what triggered
and
that. I don't know
something was like, Avis, like, that is your sister. You love her. You be happy for her. And I had to go and tell her and hug her, ask for forgiveness, because that's my sister. That was my sister, and I felt bad. I felt really bad because I'm like, okay, she's shining, we all going to shine.
Amen.
So I had to learn that. And I think from that day on, I don't think I've ever been jealous of anyone else, because I feel like this. You know what I mean? I can.
And trust me, it takes a lot when she coming to you. So I mean, it just caught me off guard. I just didn't understand.
Yeah.
I was in a place where I didn't understand.
It takes a big person to do that.
Yeah,
too.
It does.
It really, because that's like God was convicting.
Yes.
And working on her heart.
When that condemnation and conviction falls upon you, then you want to go and set.
And see, that's the only thing I'm saying. Like, we shouldn't do it, because you don't know what they had to go through to get what they had. And that's why we need to think like that now, because I'm not going to sit up here, because you don't know, just because she got this bag and this life and everything and that car, you really don't know what's going on behind this.
What disciplines they put in place.
You don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, and then trying to maintain those certain type of sets. And it's like I said, it's not even just material. Like Terrell was saying, even when it comes to your talents or your gifts, like, everybody has to know that they're unique in their own way.
She said, "What is for you
is for you, sis.
At least you recognize it."
And answer yes. And that's why I said I commend her. I was lost and didn't understand why, but it's like with anything. And sometimes that's the thing, when you can truly have love in a family to acknowledge that and do that.
Yes.
Can I feel it one time? I'm going to tell you, I felt it only one time. It wasn't, I guess it's still a form of covetousness. I don't know. Where I felt like I didn't want to be in my sister's shadow. Now, you got to understand, I'm the oldest. She got married first, and then she got married, and then they're married, and then I'm like, I'm the only one not married. And I am the oldest. So I was in my feelings a little bit on that part, on that part, like, because I'm like, they have theirs. Now look,
but you can't
it's split years later, y'all.
But you can't be willing to settle for anything just to say that you're married.
True, right? But it flipped though.
And see, that's the other thing. Even just I'm gonna take it for nations. Y'all shouldn't have went there. Like, some people want the idea of marriage. They want the ring. But they don't understand the wedding, all the stuff that externally comes with it. But nobody knows what it do to keep the marriage. The work that it puts in, that you have to put in to maintain.
I'm not going to say that it puts work. I think it's love.
And love does
because why? Because a lot of people say that, and that's a cliche, that marriage is a full-time job. I feel like this, a full-time job that's exactly what it is, full-time job. Something that you're not just
natural feeling. Go ahead.
I got you, sis. Go ahead.
Terrell saying he commends you.
Oh, thank you.
He said, oh, Eve is jealous. He said he commends you.
Yeah. Mind you, this is over 15 years ago.
Yes.
15, 16, 17 years ago. But I learned my lesson, you know what I mean, that long ago. So I definitely wouldn't hate on anyone.
Tanisha said, well, I'm jealous now because I'm not there with you guys, my sisters.
Oh, and we miss you. You be on the good show.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to young girl because every time she come home, I don't even get to see her.
So that's okay.
That she leaving, but that's okay. That's okay. I better see you next time.
And that's pretty much when it comes to jealousy. You just never know what the circumstances that was going on behind it.
Y'all were.
Or what that person went through. Some people study their gift. Some people prune their gift. Some people do things that is necessary, like when it comes to your gifts, your talents, or anything that a person achieves materialistically, or whatever the case may be. You never know what's going on behind the scenes, or what circumstances took place for them to acquire what they acquire or to have what they have. And sometimes when it comes to gifts, though, you can be anointed.
And not only that, but people envious could be jealous of people's relationships. Like, you know
what I mean? Yes. Because I'm gonna tell you, I think there for a while I felt like that our relationship was on a pedestal, put on a pedestal as the ideal relationship because of the things that we did. And yes, like I said, it had its ups and downs and things because of the way that we did and the things that we were doing. But at the same time, there was a lot of things because I was that person where I didn't share the information because I was that type of wife where whatever goes on in my home, not so much that it stays in the home, but more or less we worked in the home to try to fix the situation before it became out public. Like, I'm just like this though, but you ain't gonna embarrass me when we go out and think. If you don't embarrass me, I don't embarrass you. So, but
he said, wait a minute. He said jealousy and bitterness walks hand in hand.
Yes,
people are bitter with themselves and directs jealousy towards others.
Yes. Like I'm never gonna hate on somebody. There's room for everybody at the table to eat. So why would I be jealous of somebody else's gift? And the thing is, we sometimes can be crabs in a bucket, in a barrel.
We all
crab in a bucket mentality to feel like it's not enough people to eat. Why be jealous? We're helpers of one another. So why not be humble and help one another instead of like downing everybody? And quite naturally, we have different things that go in, and we might not like what they did, but that usually draw like one of my friends posted today, which is really cousins to the family, to my children and them, where she said sometimes people perceptions on the matters and stuff can cause friendships and stuff because they think one way, but you got to be able to be a true friend, and we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
So I can't force my expectations on you or project my thoughts, but I can very well. I'm going to, like I said, just because I don't like your thoughts or just because you don't want to do that does not mean it's going to break my friendship. I'm just going to respect you enough to say, okay, well, that's not something I'm gonna do. So the thing is to respect that person's perception of the matter.
Okay, so what's the next one? When we do lust,
we the only nice that won't help. What's this? I can't see what he said. I need lessons.
I'm glad you
we the only race that won't help one another. You are absolutely right about that. And I don't understand why. I really don't.
As long as we thrive.
That mentality.
That mentality. Sometimes us humans are too hard on ourselves for having human feelings. Nobody is.
And that's the thing. Setting in those
feelings.
Y'all
brothers, y'all talking true.
Y'all coming through. And like being able to set into those emotions, I think that's why I'm not as easily triggered. Like, I know how to control my emotions to an extent. Like you batting 1,000 before you can get me to act out of character.
That's another thing.
You gotta do a god awful lot, and I'm not gonna be doing too much. You want to fuss, argue, throw the hate, that jealousy and all that type of stuff. I'm here to love. That's what God had ordained me to do, to love.
You're right, crab mentality. But it and you know what's so bad though? When it's in your own family. Like when they
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, when it's in your own family, it sucks. It really do. Because I feel like this, like I said before earlier, do unto others. But all you want to do is take. So what does that label you? A user? Does that not?
But they probably wouldn't label themselves as a user.
No,
they wouldn't see it as that.
But then when you say no to them, then they turning their nose up.
And they feel like you're not supporting them.
And you're obligated to them to do all this. No, we're not obligated. No.
But some get upset because they do feel, or especially if they make it. Say if somebody make it in the industry and then they feel, yes, you're going to probably open up avenues to help them along the way. But just as they had worked hard, tears and sweat, you're going to have to go through this. You can't take shortcuts on some of this stuff. Like you're going to have your own walk and your own ways of achieving things.
Yeah.
But the thing is to help one another, not looking quite naturally every time for a handout. Like, that's why we got to help our small businesses, help people that's grow. I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about them. Everybody should be coming together to work together, and it might actually increase and make more residual income come in for our community.
But you know, that's not going to.
Trey said, I became jealous once because I was like, dang, that should have been me. But I'm mature. I mean, we all
do
there.
From experience. Don't get it wrong. We all do from
and
time
again,
to time.
That's good.
But
that
to
you can recognize it.
Yes.
And be very cognizant of, you know, how you're feeling and recognize it, admit it, and, you know what I mean, work through that. And, you know what I mean, continue to live your best life.
Terrell said, wait a minute. Getting older is inevitable. Growing up is optional.
Yeah, because everybody that's old ain't quite grown
Tanisha is, I hear y'all, but I'm never too old to smack the taste out of somebody's mouth. I'm going to pray now.
And hey, Sonya, what she saying? Hey, ladies. It causes a great divide, but it's not your issue if there is no issue on your part. Yeah, well, true. But you know, some people
Norman says support each other. But I feel like this, Eric. How you going to support family when they don't want to support you? When it's all about them? What do you do? When
you got to continue
all about
as much as it, because that's the thing about reciprocation.
And then they showing off.
Do you not tell the person?
That's what I'm saying. Communicate.
Yes. And
communicate.
That's
how you feel.
That's the breakdown for any relationship, regardless it's marriage, friendship, workship. It's family, communication.
Situation.
And see, I had to learn that because the simple fact is that some, you know what I mean? I would just like be on snap mode. I wait till something builds up, maybe once. And then ready to say something. And
yeah,
you know
she
what I mean?
wants. I'm more than that.
You know, so
yeah, I do.
You're on zero. What do you mean?
Well, I can say what? It does not take much
at all.
Y'all seem the quickest. You're quicker.
No, they always keep putting me out there like that. But
Eric said you can't do evil for evil, but may have to shun them.
That's because a lot of people say, like they say, cut off those things that no longer serve you. Sometimes you have to remove yourself to have a peace of mind, to remove yourself if you know it's going to cause you to act in a negative manner or it's going to produce a negative outcome. Exactly. Then I refer to refrain from engaging with that person or engaging with that act or doing whatever, you know, that's going to cause me to act unseemly.
Yeah, but if there's a disconnect and you just stop, you just walk away, because I know my sister, she has
here we go with that.
She is
because
just like,
I've
okay.
communicated.
But at the same time, that's how you communicate that. But that's not communicating with another person, because they don't even know what's going on.
Yes, it is if you tell them multiple times.
Said less is best. Sometimes it's better not to say much.
And that's my thing I be trying to say.
I need to let them know.
Everything.
And it doesn't mean that they have to be nasty about it. It's just to let them know.
Sometimes,
because how they want to know unless you tell them.
You grow tired of saying the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah, I tend to shut down.
I don't think that you say things over and over again.
I said
you give it 0 times and you out.
Eric said, yes, remove yourself and love them from a distance.
Let's be real.
It don't take.
Yes.
I've learned to be patient.
You have no patience.
Okay.
Because if you cannot control something,
I think we honestly get that from Mom.
Mm-hmm. If things are not going our way, honestly,
she called herself how she looked.
Mm-hmm. If things are not going our way, yes, we do have. I'm gonna speak for myself, but them too. Then yes, we have a problem. But I always say this. And this is true. Who don't want their way or have their way? Who don't?
Yeah, but I've learned how to relinquish to an extent. You can't control everything.
What did you?
Don't do it. Avis, Tanisha, y'all. People do things for so long and think that the way they do it is the right way. Mm-hmm. And they need to be told they were.
And I receive it. I'm definitely getting into that growth. In my healing process, I've been learning to receive. Because what about when y'all said me being difficult? The lies.
Thank you. That's all I just said. Exactly.
I'm still a work in progress.
Okay. Either way, that's anybody. Anybody wants what they want, and they want to have their way. And some people are willing to compromise or bend a little bit, and some people are just not.
You see that, Avis?
No.
Avis likes to be in control. Very much so. You call that very, very.
I'm gonna tell you like
very
she
well.
did last week. Gold.
Well, we got a few more we got to get
it's
to.
Not
so
it's not like I don't want to be in control. I feel that my way
is the only way.
No, it's just
yeah,
the
you
better
do
way.
sometimes. There is no black and like. That's what I said. It's either right or wrong, and no in between for her. That's why I said I'm more open-minded. Like no,
I'm not going to be open-minded if it's right and wrong. If something
because
is wrong,
my thing I still gotta have
address
love.
it.
Well, yeah, when it comes to it depends on the situation. Let's put it that way. What it all entails.
Why? If something's wrong, it doesn't depend on the situation. You need to address that.
Yeah, but then I also look at the factors of what caused us to be in that situation. Like I'll be telling you when I say play nice on the playground. Like what was going on with that person? Sometimes a person's day or some circumstance could have happened, and it came off on you.
Me.
So you took the initiative.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like I said, I don't start anything.
I don't start anything with anybody. I do not. Let's get that. Let's get that clear. I don't start anything with anybody.
Avis is submissive sometimes.
No, he says
submissive sometimes, honey. Well, they're dominant. With our family being dominant, they have a tendency to do that.
Let me say this. Because I don't want to sound like that I can't be submissive, because I can be submissive. I can be nice. I can be loving and warm. However,
he's a humble vessel.
Something strikes a nerve.
She's speaking on it. She's not letting it go. I think again, because it goes back to us when we weren't able to have voices as children. It's a trigger for us.
Okay,
it's a trigger. It's because of what we endured growing up. So it's a trigger.
You done triggered her.
No. And what's the other one so we can end up?
He did a trigger. He said submissiveness. You see that face?
I can be submissive.
You see that face, Eric?
However, this is my point of view.
She got the eyebrow going. What's that?
She gonna be like,
what's that? What's the one in the fight wrestles? She got the eyebrow thing going.
She gonna be like
The Rock.
Yeah. I will make sure it's down. No, honestly, if submissiveness, in the relationship, I don't mind being submissive. Let's just say this. But
you took it over your words.
Yes,
7 times out of 10.
Sis, really.
Keisha said childhood trauma will destroy futures.
Yes.
But I didn't have no trauma of being submissive.
Eric said he sees your faces. He see your face.
Thank you.
And
he said, yes, The Rock.
Yeah, she does have a rock eyebrow. Trust and believe. She has one.
This goes up.
That's it. Time to move. But moving on to the next one, because we're going to wrap a couple of these up, because we coming down the line. Let it go.
Well, you should have never said submissive.
I can be submissive, though. I can be.
Because a lot of people have told her. I think
love, warm.
Because people tell you about being submissive. Turn to the back.
Who told me about being submissive?
I told you one time about that.
Being submissive or being nice and friendly?
Submissive. In a relationship.
Well, you told me about being submissive, too.
It took you.
I think we all
always
dominant.
Want to do what's best in the relationship for the both.
But your way was the only way.
No, okay.
Exactly. Don't even go there, because you already know. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, say plead the fifth.
I ain't gonna plead the fifth. Hey, it is what it is.
And so the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. He said,
but it's not always expedient to speak the truth. What? Well, she feels it is. Exactly. I always say everything thinkable is not speakable. That's my motto.
No, I have to disagree too.
What?
Sometimes I can be a little blunt, and I'll just like gotcha.
I've been like this for 43 years of my life, and it has served me just fine.
It served you a lot of jobs.
Yeah. It serves me a lot of jobs too, because simple fact is they were wrong.
Eric said, I will keep quiet.
They were wrong ethically. So a lot of people, they can't speak up. So I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna say something. If somebody rocks with me at my job, my family, at church, or whatever, I got you.
Oh,
Don't even worry about it.
Trust that, because she's.
Well, we're gonna say something. I'm gonna say something about it.
Yes. But next one, everybody can elaborate on.
Is it lust or gluttony?
It's lust, and then we're gonna wrap it up with that, because I think gluttony was the last one, but that's with anything in assets. But
he said no,
lust.
change the name.
Yeah, she's flat-footed.
I'm like, Mom, yeah, it's either black and white. You wrong or you right. I think some people they want to waver between what's right and wrong, and it's what's right and what's wrong with me.
But it's not always about right and wrong.
Yes, it is.
Not necessarily.
Why not?
Because it's not.
Why?
So that's like saying there's always a right and a wrong way of doing something.
Yeah, my delivery sometimes can definitely be better.
Well, at least you admit it.
Yeah, it definitely can be better, but you gotta understand when I'm get to that point.
It don't justify. Stop trying to justify condone behavior.
Okay.
Exactly. That's not condone.
You got that.
Let's not do that.
I'm gonna let you have it tonight. Girl, like I said, girl, time. Since we run out of time.
Yeah, but yes, the last one we're gonna elaborate on and get on out the way is talking about lust. And we were talking about it a little bit earlier.
Because
the sexual desires.
There could be gray areas even ethically.
Yes, it's circumstantial. That's why I be trying to tell her, cuz.
Ethically.
But she don't think so. It's right or wrong. She goes straight to policies and procedures, and she don't waver from it.
At all.
And she want to go by the law itself. Like, she'll find the law, bylaws. And I mean, some policies you have to know.
She will definitely
but you can ethically stand behind. Like, but then there are some things, like I said, that you can really tread that line and really can take you in, put you in a gray area. But not this.
It shouldn't be a gray area. Not especially if working ethically in the position and in the career and the field that I'm in. No, absolutely not. It can't be in a gray area. Maybe medically.
Yeah.
But I mean, but not even then, really. I mean, people have the Hippocratic oath and the Florence Nightingale with the nurses, but either way, lust.
Yeah. Yes. Concluding this thing with lust. We're not going to elaborate too long because we did get up here a little bit late, but
this should have been the longest one. Is lust.
Well, I don't know, because we all for one time or I think experienced that.
Well, I mean, the sexual. You speak on yourself.
No, you speak for yourself.
What you want?
Eric said lust is a strong spirit to get rid of. You think so?
Yeah. They said the flesh be weak. Well, the spirit be willing, but the flesh is weak.
The spirit is willing and the flesh is weak. That means they're going to act upon it.
No, that's what I'm saying. The spirit is willing to do what's right, but the flesh is weak at times. That's why I said that's where self-control, and discipline comes into play.
The flesh is weak and the spirit is willing. Willing to what?
The spirit is willing to do the right thing. Let me clarify. You want to do the right thing. You go in with the intent to do the right thing, but then the flesh becomes weak and you find yourself in some
lust has got a lot of people in trouble.
Lust has gotten a lot of us in trouble.
Lust got a lot of people.
A lot of people pregnant.
A lot of
pregnant.
Exactly.
Guilty.
Marriages broken up. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
he said flesh stays weak.
Yes, and that's why we got to bring our flesh under subjection daily.
Nisha, I'm done. She
said, I'm willing.
I know you are, sis.
You is living your best life, sis.
Honey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Woo, Lord Jesus. Y'all are something tonight.
Yeah, like if you're not acting on that, you just can say someone is a beautiful person. Oh, she's gorgeous. Or you know what I mean? He's handsome.
Oh, he looks nice.
It's not something that you want to be like, oh yeah. Now there has been times
to do things intently to
there has been times, and each one of us has experienced that you be like,
see if you try to get him.
Jesus. People have that time. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Well, she did say that. We all had that time.
Yeah, we've all experienced. I can't. You cannot tell me we're not exempt. I'm sorry to say that no one has experienced that at one time or another.
Lust got me. What?
Lust got me 2 babies. That's what I said. It's the lust of the eye, just the wanting, the longing to be intimate with someone, and it can get you into some hiccups. Yeah,
3 for me.
So you definitely have to be very well disciplined or learn from it, or you'll keep going down, a spiral.
That's something that happens at the beginning of time.
Yeah, true.
It's true. I mean, you got to think all through the Bible. You had men who had hundreds of women.
Concubines,
yes.
I think that's how they try to justify most of this polyamorous relationships. These ones that get married and have these occults where they have all the men who marry or have many wives and have a whole
sister wives and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like they have a whole community where it's just, geared to
that's
them.
Something I just don't understand.
What?
Just knowing that your husband is married to another woman.
Trey said the main difference between desire and lust.
The main difference between desire and lust. You can
desire and lust. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What's the difference?
Because you can
Is there a difference from desire and lust? I don't think so. You desire someone, that means you want to be with that person.
You're still lusting over that.
Yeah.
Because you're wanting or longing to be with them.
And
then the desire is the intent in which you're going in to. You gotta look at what the intent.
Husband.
Well, ex-husband.
Like sometimes you can just look at the person that you've been with for a long time, and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get him tonight.
In the beginning, I did.
Yeah, you have your moments and they look good to you. Or
yeah.
Like you.
But
yeah. You're
a husband. That's your mate. So
I was gonna say, well, that's my husband. That's what I'm supposed to do. Like look good for him, and he look good for me. So yeah. Desire. I want to feel desired. I want to be desired. So yeah, hey. It said any stories in there where the woman has like 4 men.
No, not in the Bible. But we're already right.
No, all I know is like a good story that I think everybody should know is Samson and Delilah, where
she used her beauty to attain what his weakness was.
And he was a strong person and he had long hair. So it was like a physical attraction. So that's a story. So yeah.
But that's some things we have to be careful too with the intent of what you're going in there for.
Yeah, her motive.
She did it maliciously. There wasn't a motive to go in.
And that's how you come with
gold diggers
and fatal attractions.
Yeah, so you have to just
because that's basically
that's why I say you gotta take the time to get to know a person, because you want to make sure. I'm not a person like this is just me. I'm not coming for your money. I'm not coming. It's like I can't. I'm not coming to try to demean you, belittle you. I think we should grow together as a couple. So it's like using your monetary means or your beauty to obtain what you want in an ill manner is going to backfire on you. I feel like
desire is a sense of longing.
Yeah, because
lust is emotions.
Looks fade.
Right now. Do you hear me? Thank you, Trey. Trey said is a sense of longing, and lust is emotions.
Yes.
Well, Eric said they go hand in hand, which they do.
Pretty much.
Then Keisha said that's the one at the well.
The woman at the well.
Oh, woman at the well. Oh, with the 4.
They both need glasses.
Yeah, but she was giving Jesus water.
But then the one that got almost stoned too.
But she wasn't there. You talking
about? She
was
wasn't she a
Mary Magdalena?
Yeah,
Mary without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah.
But none of them were looking at people for
whore.
whorelot is what they call them in the Bible, which is
Whoremonger.
basically a
Whoremonger.
Oh, hey, Pastor.
Hey, Pastor.
Whoremonger. Whoremonger.
The woman Jesus met at the well had more than one
Man, yeah.
Thank you.
She had many.
You go,
Nisha.
Nisha.
What was she? I forgot. What tribe was
We
she?
had to think about that. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Like, how did she, what's the name of the man?
She was like, well, Nisha got the word. She knew that.
Mm-hmm. And
Pastor said she had four
husbands.
Mm.
Thank you. So, but that's pretty much where
four husbands at the same time.
Yeah, the woman.
That's the word.
Because that's why, and that goes to show. I'm glad that actually came up. How just because somebody's walk of life doesn't mean we should dismiss them. Because Jesus was letting them know. But if you come to me and do the things that you know, look to me, you won't ever thirst again.
Mm.
So the thing is, never dismiss a person what they're going through, what they experience.
Yeah, Keisha said,
yes, but the one he said,
the you
are with is not yours. Yeah.
Mm.
And they were talking about, yes.
That's the same thing with Jose and Gomar. She definitely was a whore.
Whorelot. Let's say
no, she was a whore.
Harlot. But
he married her and then like basically divorced her, but God told her to go back and marry her.
Yes, and sometimes we don't know. God's ways is not our ways. His thoughts is not our thoughts, but he already knows the plan for us. So, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up. I wanted to let y'all guys know we thank you.
She said she had no husbands. She was with other husbands.
Exactly.
So, we definitely appreciate all feedback. Please click on the link, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It will post our notifications.
He's making fun of me. He's like, oh, wait.
Trey, she messing with you there.
No, he messing with me.
I know. He messing.
Yeah, I'm just saying because I'm trying to catch up with the reads.
Yes, the comments. But we appreciate.
All right, you lead it. You started like, may the Lord watch. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're waiting on you, Terrell. Church is over.
Kevin Pastor says sin is equal
rights. Sin is equal rights opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Sin is what?
Equal rights opportunity.
Sin is equal rights opportunity.
We'll have to think on that one. We'll ponder on that one and process that. But we thank y'all for joining us tonight. Please come back again. We're here every Tuesday, 5:30. Click on the link. It's called Sisters in the Sandbox. Acronym is called SITS because we just want y'all to sit with us and enjoy whatever comments, feedbacks, and topics that we talk about within our community or just as a whole, as a collective.
May the Lord watch.
Yes, may the Lord watch. Click on it. Sisters in the Sandbox on our YouTube.
I hope y'all have a good one.
Have a blessed night. We'll see you next week. Bye. Why do you keep wanting to do
that?
That says edit.
Oh.
The red thing said end, and that's what I did.